Timeless reading for Cancer. Before I get into your cards, I want to apologize in advance for any loud background noises. I'm sitting in the same room with my little bird, and sometimes he can be quite loud. But I decided to stay in this room because I want to include him and his energy into the tarot readings. Right now he's playing with his toy in a slightly aggressive way. He can be very aggressive. Yeah, he's exaggerating a little bit. Maybe this has some kind of meaning for you. Something is slightly aggressive, but in a playful way. Something is, or someone is being a little bit bold, and someone has excessive emotions. Now he's playing with his other toy, and this is a funny game he's playing. He is behaving in a submissive way toward his toy, like he's pretending to get into a fight with his own toy, and then he's submissive. It's very funny. Yeah, something is very playful here. Something is also slightly competitive and aggressive, but I feel like it's in a healthy way. And now let's jump into your actual cards. We have the card healthy here, and we have the card soon. Just look at the image of the card soon. As I said, also here with my bird and my bird's energy, there is the topic of some kind of race. Something might be competitive, but in a playful way. Maybe you are into sports and there is an important event coming up. Either you are one of the players or participants, or you are going to watch some kind of sports game. Like there is a lot of excitement here as well. But it's all in a healthy manner. Like it's not you can also be competitive in a very egoic and unhealthy way, but this isn't it. Everyone is smiling here. Something is about to happen soon, and I feel like for most of you it's not a surprise. Maybe the winner is a surprise, but I feel like it's not even about winning. It's just about having fun. And yeah, really strongly looking forward to something that you have inside, that you have in mind. And it doesn't have to be sports for everyone. And of course, if it is sports, it doesn't have to be that it's some kind of competitive gaming sports or event. It could also be just a regular fitness class where you do not have to compete with anyone. So something is very stable and healthy here. I also feel like the healthy card is saying something about your nutrition, about your diet. Something is changing in your diet in a healthy way. Maybe if you were struggling to maintain a healthy diet, maybe something here is improving because you feel some kind of relief and happiness. Sometimes we eat out of stress or sadness. We eat a lot of wrong things, and due to this happy event, you feel this ease and you feel a relief from some kind of anxiety, and that makes you automatically improve your diet. Something about that as well. Then we have the card Summer. Of course, I prefer my readings to be timeless readings. Yeah, but sometimes these seasonal cards, they pop up, and sometimes they are literally about a specific season. Sometimes they are just a metaphor. They present or represent a quality of a season. But with this card, I feel like there is something about warmth and sun. So summer is coming soon. Maybe you're preparing for summer. Maybe if this reading finds you during winter and summer is still quite far away. Maybe this could just indicate traveling, going on a vacation onto some kind of island, somewhere where it's very warm and everything feels like summer. Also, the summer card makes me feel like there's some indication that something is timeless, and I don't mean this reading like tapping into the space of timelessness. That's something that I personally feel during summer. I sometimes have the feeling that time is standing still. Like summer has a different vibe than other seasons. I feel like life is easier during summer because at least here in Germany it's warm. You can go outside, you don't have to worry about freezing to death if you don't wear the proper clothing, which is not possible in winter here. You would just become very sick or die if you do not have proper clothing outside. Like everything is growing during summer. You can pick or pluck fruits and vegetables, and during winter everything is dead. You have to import food from other countries, or you have to store fruit or food in the refrigerator or in cans. So I feel like summer represents some kind of autarkic life. During winter, at least in certain countries, it's not very autarkic. You always depend on technology, you always depend on the refrigerator, on conservation cans, on other countries to import foods. I feel like summer is just easy. It's easygoing, it's life. This is when life is flowing by itself, and this is the energy of the summer card here for you as well. This is the energy of I'm free, I'm independent, I'm relaxed, I feel like my life is not determined by my age. Like, yeah, the older I get, the closer death is coming. You know, this is also a thing on people's minds. At least I think about these things. Like everything is limited, and I feel like during summer sometimes it all vanishes. It has this note, this feeling of everything is eternal, at least in my feelings. So I don't know how you perceive it. Also, depending on where you live, if you live in a country where it's always very, very hot, then maybe summer is not a nice thing for you because it's getting too hot. Or if you live in a space where it's very dry during summer, then of course what I just said about my vision of summer is, maybe it sounds a little bit spiteful for you. If the rivers are drying out and people are dying because of the excessive heat, then of course summer has a different meaning for you. But for a German person, it's just what I said, and I want to interpret the card this way. Like there's a feeling of eternity here in summer. Unfortunately, it will be interrupted with the adulthood card or the adulthood energy, but it's not an extremely negative interruption. It's just a bureaucratic thing, maybe a legal thing. It doesn't have to have a tremendous weight on you in a negative way. It's just something that we have to do as adults, maybe something you forgot about. There's something to deal with, some kind of paperwork. And there's a little bit more. Let me tap into the energy. I'm getting something here. I can sense a huge silence in the area where you live. Something is like there's a weird energy either in the world due to some situations that will arise in the world. Something is becoming very quiet and weird, like people, like the guy here in the background outside of the house. People staring at the street. You will have the feeling that there are less cars around. There's a lot less honking and sirens and traveling, driving, less people. It's less crowded, and the few people that you see appear a bit wary. And the good news for you is like you won't be touched by it too much while you have to deal with your grown-up duties and do some kind of paperwork that can actually feel quite meditative for you. I feel like you look at this guy, he's thinking about something, like he's supposed to do his paperwork, like the time is ticking, he has still a lot of paperwork left. Or if you want to see it in a more positive way, maybe that's all the papers he already has been through and he only has a little bit left. And then he's taking his time. You know, the position of the hand indicates reflecting and thinking. Yeah, maybe this paperwork will bring some meditative energies in for you and some spiritual inspiration, reflecting on something. I feel like you will be fine. Like whatever is weird around you, whatever is happening in the world or in the specific area where you live, where people might be scared or worried, it will not really affect you. It will just make you think about things in a different way and will actually be spiritually helpful for you. Sorry. I feel like I'm rushing. Maybe that has a meaning for you as well. Like I feel like I want to rush through because I always intend to make short readings, like around 10 minutes, but usually then they become like 20 minutes long. And I have the feeling like I'm getting so many energies and impressions at once, it's not even possible to speak all of this out loud. Okay, let's jump into the second row, starting with night, followed by autumn, wind, and infinity. So we have another seasonal card here. And again, I feel like for some of you, it is literally about autumn. Maybe something is taking some time from summer to autumn to develop, to fully grow and develop into a proper result. For others of you, the autumn card just represents an energy. And with the night card, I'm getting that something is happening overnight. Something is like a surprise, like you wake up and you see that finally some results came out of something. Maybe you work a lot during daytime and then you prepare something. Maybe it's also some kind of online work, or maybe you are cooperating with someone in another country where you have different time zones. So when it's daytime for you, you are doing your work and then you finish your representation and send it over to someone who lives in another time zone. And for them, when the document arrives, it's night, so they won't read it. But then during their daytime, they open the document and you will receive an answer when you wake up the next day. So overnight, something is shifting and happening overnight. I feel like it's a positive thing for most of you. And for some of you, it might just represent the falling apart of a situation, which is not a negative thing in this case, probably, hopefully. It's more like maybe you had a task to fulfill. Maybe you have been sitting on this task for a while, maybe even for several months, from summer to autumn. And then you finally finish. Maybe it's some kind of homework that you had to finish and send in to someone and they have to correct it. Whatever it is, it took a while, it took some effort, and then after you receive the results overnight, this thing will come to an end, and it might be a relief for you. It's just a natural ending. It's not a disastrous ending. It's just it's also not an unexpected ending. It's just a very natural process here. For others of you, there is something about being more active at night. So my bird is still playing with his bell and he's imitating my sounds. It's a cheerful energy. As I said, I want to include him a little bit and his energies. Yeah, it's playtime, so it's I also feel drawn to look at the animals here. The fox is smiling. Like they look like nice animals. They look like funny animals. It's not a ridiculous kind of night activity like getting drunk or partying all the time. There is something, like maybe you will feel during summer that you become more active in an efficient way at night. Maybe you will feel like you can focus much better at night, and you will use the daytime to just relax and enjoy the sun, and then at night or in the late evening you might feel like you're very calm, and you can use that to finish your paperwork. I'm also getting something about writing a book. Someone wants to write a book, and it's much easier at night. Of course, you don't have to do it the entire night. Maybe you just stay up 2 hours longer than usually, and in those 2 hours you will get a lot of work done. We have wind here, a confirmation of what I said. Something is you can reap some good results from your work, from the homework you had to turn into someone, or whatever kind of papers you were working on. Something will be a win here. So it has a very positive, and I feel like there are two things. It's not just this official duty stuff that you have to do. There is a second thing on the side that feels more like a hobby to you, a hobby that might turn into a profession. You might be working on two things here, and both of them will turn into a win. We have the feeling of the card of infinity, another confirmation of what I was saying in the very beginning here with the summer card. Like something feels very infinite in a positive way, like not thinking or reflecting a lot or too much about mortality, or maybe if you believe in reincarnation, that something is very soothing, that maybe something has been bothering you for quite a while, like thinking like, yeah, life is a limited time span, and the older you get, the shorter the time span gets. Maybe out of this grew some kind of depression or anxiety. I feel like there is a time coming where you find some peace with that, and you will tap into a very spiritual kind of infinity. At the bottom of the deck we have the card totality, and I feel like this is a very nice ending for this reading, like feeling free and ready to jump into whatever it is you are dedicated to right now, and yeah, just to live your life totally without these worries. So now I will pull some health and lifestyle cards for you as well. Okay, now some agitation arises from my bird. This is something that he does when he's agitated, and also agitates me when he does it. So he likes to chew on his cage and rip off the this lacquer coat from his cage, which is not very healthy, but fortunately he's spitting out the pieces. But still, I don't like when he's doing it, and he knows that I don't like this. So maybe this could be an indication for you that even though this reading is very, very positive and harmonious, there is still some energy lingering around. Something is bothering. or someone might agitate you a little bit. Actually, it's more restlessness. Someone is restless. Maybe you are restless. Okay, so the first lifestyle and health card is movie. I prefer to not interpret these cards too much, only if I have a really good idea, or if I think I'm having a good idea, I will share it with you, but I will mainly leave the interpretation here to you. Movie and water. Learn. So that is actually quite suitable with some other stuff from the reading. Then hiking. Ears. Zinc. Coffee. Doctor. Tea. And the last one, swim. At the bottom of the deck, femininity. And now I will pull some animal spirits here for you. These are my most sarcastic cards. Okay. The elephant. I'm social and empathetic, but I can stomp you to death. The cockatiel. I scream and shout. I am so loud. The ant. I'm small, but I'm strong. The crab. Holy crap, what a wave. Sheep. I follow you. And the last one, the cow. I'm sensitive and underrated. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you for watching.